y'all doing? Today's gonna be a little bit different video. I have my 24-year-old 4Runner here that hasn't started in a while. It's been parked for like 2 years. I opened the hood and my battery was dead. Just got it all charged up. I got some new terminals that I'm gonna change them out. And let's see what it does. You can see this sucker's been sitting here for quite some time, and I've been using it as a storage. Been neglecting it a little bit, and I have my fishing gear in here. I have some more stuff back there. You see all the dust collected, spider webs, all kinds of crap on here. Yes, I do have a real tree camouflage CB radio with a PA system. This was my go-to truck whenever I needed to go have some fun, whenever I needed to pull somebody out. For every occasion, this was my toy. Still is my toy. I built it from the ground up. 3-inch lift, 34 super sombers. It's a great truck. So I'm gonna see if I can get it going again. So I'm just hitting the mud in this. First thing you want to do is check all your fluids before starting any vehicle. You gotta check your oil. Pretty sure it smells like crap. So that's a good thing, it kept its oil for all these years. And make sure you have water, which it sounds like I do. I'm making all that ruckus. I'm pretty sure it's empty on brake fluid. This is the reason why I parked it, because I have a brake line that is rusted out probably, so it keeps leaking fluid. But I'll get to that as soon as I get this sucker turned on. If you have the money, you can change out the oils, change out all your fluids, and make sure you put radiator coolant in there. But I don't at the moment. I just want to get it started to see what it does. First off, you're going to need a couple tools. You're going to need your ratchet. You're going to need 13mm socket and an 11mm socket, which is right here. I have this little neat socket set that I bought a couple years back. And you're going to need some lubricant to take those rusty old terminals off. And I'm going to need a wire brush to clean up these terminals, since this is an old battery and I had it charging. Got it all charged up. I didn't bother to go buy a new one because, let's face it, we're all on a budget. So I'm going to go ahead and start lubing these guys up. So that way they can start working on that. And then spray a little bit on the terminals just to get them nice and clean. Take your wire brush, just scrub the crap out of them. Once you're all done, you don't want to take something to clean all that excess fluid. I'm going to have this battery all nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and install the terminals, the new terminals on here, so that way they're nice and tight on there, instead of installing them in this tight place right here. I'll just go ahead and install them out here. To me, it just seems a lot easier. Alright guys, I have my son here helping me record, because I'm going to need both hands for this one. I already installed one, as you can see. I got the other one right here. Install it, just put it on. Sometimes these come pressed a little bit, so you might want to open them up. And by doing that, you can grab some pliers or whatever and just bang it a little bit, or you can just take a small mallet and get to banging here. Now it's very important, you got to remember which is which. This one's a positive and this one's a negative. They sell different colored terminals. I prefer these brass ones because they last a little bit longer and they don't rust as fast, so I prefer these. Alright, to tighten these suckers up, you're going to need your ratchets. and your 13mm socket. And hand tighten it, and just, you don't have to tighten it like a strong man, just give it a little bit of tightness, and that should be good as long as they don't move, because these always have to have real good contact in order for your vehicle to start. So guys, remember, this is a 24-year-old 4Runner. I don't have no fancy tie downs for the battery, so what I did, I took a bungee cord and tied it around just to make sure that it doesn't go nowhere, and that works perfectly good. And all you gotta do to install your water reservoir, all you gotta do is just goes right in there. It doesn't go nowhere. This is just for your access water. If in case you need more or in case you need less, the radiator spits out the water into the reservoir. This 96 4Runner, this is gonna be your positive and this is gonna be your negative. As you can tell, this is black, and this one has a little bit of red on there. I do have a bunch of wires because I ran all my electricals myself, and I didn't have the time because at the time I only had this one vehicle, so I just ran all my wires directly to the battery like a crazy man. Now I have this beautiful 2015 Tacoma, Texas edition, of course, and that's my new toy now. But this is my main one right here, my main toy that I'll be taking out money. Alright, after loosening your old terminal, just gotta, like I said, make sure it doesn't touch anything that touches the ground, or as the Australians say it, earth, when you're installing them back on your battery. Alright, I got one of them off, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it on this new one. And this one is for my system and for a couple light bars I have, probably the light bars I have on the front winch. I got bars everywhere. Like the rappers say, I got bars, not full. I got bars. Sparky. Alright guys, it's getting a little dark, so like the good Lord said, let there be light. Now, I took off the other terminal and I noticed that I have this wire here. For some strange, stupid reason, I just decided to wrap it around the bolt here of the terminal. But since I have this nice little kit that I got at Home of the Depot, I'm going to go ahead and install one of these so I can be able to apply it to one of the bolts properly. And this kit, I believe it cost me $8. They're not that expensive, and I have several different kinds. So here we go. Now, to install these little guys, you're going to need some type of crimping tool. I have some needle nose pliers and I have some wire strippers, so I'm going to go ahead and use the needle nose pliers. They work just as good. I got these guys right here, and I got these strippers here. I found them, they were in my truck. I don't know the proper name for these. I call them strippers because, let's face it, they do a lot of work. Alright, to install this little guy, just going to take a wire. I like bending it so I can have more wire, I guess, too, so you can have something to crimp on, and just twist and push just like that. As you can see, it's right there in the edge, and then you can grab your needle nose pliers, or you can grab strippers I'm getting these guys because I can get a little bit more leverage with them. And you just squash the out of it. Let's see if I can do it with these. And that's it. That's all you do. Now you're gonna get the rest of whatever you got there. I have some more light bars, and then I have my winch cord. Gotta have a winch if you're gonna be mudding, especially as much as I do. And this is your main one. Well, let's put the main one first. That's the one you want. Alright guys, so after getting all your wires and making sure all your wires are on your positive, which is that one right there, I'm making sure I have my winch line connected and all my light bars, all my light bars connected. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. Now remember, I haven't turned this truck on in, I would say, 2 years, maybe. I've been working a lot and I haven't had time to play with my baby here. This is the Yotahulk. I haven't had time to play with it, but let's see if Toyota is reliable as they say they are. I'm sure they are, because this sucker's 24 years old and it's still running. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Let's go check it out. I got a bunch of wires there that I stole plugs from for my taco, but let's see what this guy does. I'm gonna set you guys down for a little bit. Fans engaged. Let's go check it out. As you guys can hear, my E fans engaged, so that's a good sign. Those guys are still working. They were freaking expensive. They're about, I spent about $500 or $600 on those electrical fans. Let's see if the sucker turns on. Oh, something's going on. Let's find out. All right, guys. What I think was going on is, because it's only ticking, I think my starter is seized up a little bit. The easiest trick on the book of mechanical, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but the neatest trick about the starter, sometimes when it seizes up, you just gotta give it a couple bangs. And in my truck, as you can see, since I have a 6-inch lift on it, a 3-inch body lift, it's easy to get to. Well, as easy as it can be. Let's give it a couple bangs. There you go. Let's give it a try. All right. This sucker's tall. Set you guys down for a little bit here.
Hello. Hello.
He's alive. 2 years sitting down. This son of a gun is alive. I guess Toyota is as reliable as they say they are. It's running. I was gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of gas, but since it's been sitting for a while, I'm gonna let it be. But as you can see, she's running, or he's running, because it's a, I call it a guy. It's a Yotahulk. She did before, or he still purrs like he did before. Sounds nice. Let's see. You can hear the lifters when you take the gas cap, the oil cap off. Barn ring. You can hear the lifters going, so that's a good sign. So for those of y'all that talk smack about Toyota, well, wouldn't you know, look at this one. It's been parked for 2 years. Never turned it on, haven't moved it. As you can see, it's been parked here for a very long time, and it's still turned on right away. Well, not exactly right away, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. Well, we'll see what happens now. We'll see what I can do for it. You see, look at the sticker. You can see the sticker. It's been parked since then. But let me know what you guys want me to do in this new toy. Well, not new toy, but my old toy. Let me know what y'all guys want to see. Y'all let me know what you want to see on my Toyota 4Runner. Y'all want to see me go climb some rocks or just hit the mud? Y'all let me know. They need to change their slogan. Ford needs to change their slogan and give it up to Toyota. Toyota's built tough.